Okay, time for some unfortunate news. About 4 or 5 months ago, roughly, I had the first grain mite outbreak in this new building. So that was no fun. That's the bad news. The good news is it's dealt with, taken care of, and this video series is the first 5 days, day 1 through 5, of how I dealt with that. Day 1 was literally me walking through what had just happened. I walked in, immediately saw a ball of them, and somewhat panicked, but then started mitigating pretty quickly. And so this is just a short video series, 5 videos, 6 including this one, that walk through how I dealt with that. So you can see some different strategies, different things. Please ask me questions. Anything I can do to help, let me know. You might have a different scenario than I do. Like one of the luxuries I have is we're on this concrete floor here, and so I literally put it on the floor and created zones to deal with the issue. So like I said, this was about 4 or 5 months ago. I did have additional follow-up videos after day 5, but I can't find them. So I'm not sure what happened. Probably just deleted them on accident as I was cleaning out my phone to make space, so I didn't have to buy a new phone. But what I can tell you is I left, day 5 is where the video series cuts out. I left the split pea flour on the ground for an additional 2 weeks after that, just to be on the safe side. I don't want to mess around with grain mites. And so I left it on the ground for 2 weeks after that, so a total of 19 days. That was probably overkill. The interesting thing is that I used my phone to zoom in on areas that looked like there was movement. So as the split pea flour was put down, you could see little areas where they were moving that split pea flour. That's detailed in one of the videos. And so I used my phone to zoom in on that. I couldn't get any good video that wasn't grainy, but I was able to use that zoom in to see that there were still grain mites there. So that was one of the things that felt good after, I think it was after about 8 days total, so 5 days plus the 3, that I didn't see them anymore. I was using my phone to zoom in and look at things, didn't see them anymore. So I left it down for an additional 11 days after that, and just again, to be on the safe side. Grain mites are not something I want to mess around with. Luckily, I found them pretty quickly, was able to contain them, didn't get into anything vital, and I was able to save the trays. They did get into 2 stacks of like maybe 6-week-old mealworms-ish. And so I was able to save those, put the split pea flour right in there with the mealworms, quarantine that tray, and all the quarantine techniques I used are detailed in the videos. But it was fairly stressful. And so walking through that, I cataloged all of that to be able to look at that in the future and reference it. So if this happens again, I've got some feedback to look at, and be comfortable that it can be tackled. But definitely check out the series here. If you have any questions, let me know. And check out the page on my website about mites. I'm going to be adding some more to that. One of the recent things I learned that somebody used was to take their trays out into the sunlight. It's going to dry things out, going to drive those mites away, and that seemed to work well for them. So just another potential mitigation strategy. If it's 30 degrees outside, it's going to be hard to take your colony outside, right? But anything we can do to have options helps us deal with these things as they happen. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know.